Welcome to League One Game of the Week. I'm Alex Simmons.
I'm Leon Price.
We're back in your pocket. Last week we had some rave reviews from our Robert Tuliatu interview about Greek Rugby League.
It was a good interview. It was a good interview.
I enjoyed that.
Really good.
Were you shocked? I was still shocked going home.
Yeah, I'm really shocked. Well, no surprises me really anymore in Rugby League, but I thought he spoke really well. He told the story really well. So good tale.
Mate, looking at this weekend, what's your thoughts? Getting towards the business end of the season, and there's been some big results, but away from League One, what's the bigger picture looking like in Rugby League for Leon Price? Super League, are you fancying Saints for a treble? You were the other week.
Yeah, I'm still on with Saints. They're riding high at the moment. I think the pressure is for them is not doing what they did last year, which was being the best team all year and then crumbling at the back end. Crumbling in the semi-final against Catalan and not making a grand final. So that's a challenge for them this year, but I think they've laid the platform. It's up to everybody else to catch them up there, up at the top flying.
And we've seen the new Man of Steel panel voted for by legends. I think there's 2 more weeks of it in its current format, then the votes become silent. And Jackson Hastings catching Blake Austin. Who would you fancy now, looking at it, to get to the Man of Steel? Looking at those, I think Fafita's in the top 3, Hastings, Austin, and there's quite a few around there.
Yeah, I think Lachlan Cook must be able. I mean, for somebody, I'm not saying one name, but for a team that's 10 points or 8 points clear of the top of the table, and somebody who's had such a massive impact, usually they're thereabouts as well. But yeah, I think you're not going to get any much fairer than somebody watching every single game and putting points on it. So I trust the process, and the players that are picking it are all proven, fantastic players as well. So yeah, I trust the process.
Right, looking into League One now, and we're starting off London Skolars down at the New River Stadium. A disappointing defeat, going down 20 points to 36 toward the Coventry Bears.
Yeah, and I think it's quite a surprising loss, really, being at home as well. Not, backing up the loss that they had the previous couple of weeks. I were hoping that they'd start to find some form. I think it's disappointing for London. They put so much hard work into the start of their season, knocked off so many big teams, and they just can't find a win at the moment.
Yeah, it seems that they've been crumbling, and it is disappointing. What can be done when your team's in that run of form? What does Jermaine Coleman need to be doing? Bringing some new players in, or what can you be doing?
It's hard. Well, I mean, I know in full-time rugby, sometimes you take the guys away from rugby. You go and do some team bonding and stuff like that. But as we spoke about last week, London Skolars have got a really tight-knit group off the field, so I'm sure they won't be too far away from putting things right. But they need to do it pretty quick. They need to get back on the horse really, really quickly before these playoff chances slip.
Next game, West Wales Raiders 0. Doncaster 72.
Yeah, unfortunately, we kind of come to expect these results now for the West Wales.
They've slipped back into that 0 every week and getting pumped.
Which is not good, is it?
No.
It's not good for rugby league, and when it can't be good for the guys that are playing in these games and the fans. And but they keep battling. Good points difference for Doncaster. They're looking strong now. They've got a massive game with Whitehaven coming up this weekend. 72 points difference for them. And
Sam Doherty with 4 tries as well.
Sam Doherty with 4 tries. Connor Bauer, who there's a really classy centre, they're playing really, really well. They've got some fantastic players. Richie Owen still playing there, and they've got Rangi Chase back available this weekend.
Wow, the man comes in, could potentially come in at the biggest game of the season as well. Whitehaven, it's written for Rangi.
It is. And we were having a chat before we were saying, could it unsettle them?
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you bring in somebody who's such a maverick and such an individual player, can it sometimes unbalance the team? But listen, a player of his quality in that league should absolutely destroy it. Even after 2 years out, we should tear it to bits.
Pricey, you're doing well so far with the picks. You're picking right. You went Coventry last week.
Yep.
Doncaster you went. You also went North Wales Crusaders. I went Workington. And you got this one right as well. Another win for North Wales Crusaders.
That's 3 on the bounce now, isn't it?
3 on the bounce.
Yeah, so like we say, it's picking up some really good results. And to be fair to them, they've not been too far off this season, have they?
Yeah.
In the games that they've lost, they've only been 2 or 4 points in it. So 3 on the bounce for them. Really big win against Workington, who are really struggling at the moment in time. So it's not, I'm not pleased to see that. But great win for North Wales.
obviously, Dante Molly-Samuels, pick him out, great hair. Well, he had great hair,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's got great hair.
Yeah.
Former Coventry player. He looks to have added a bit of steel and a bit of dynamism in that.
He's a
that
real.
centre.
When I were at working today, somebody I always kept an eye on, and I really like him as a player. Tall, big, massive afro, can play full-back, can play centre, and he's playing really, really well for North Wales this season, and he looks like to added a little bit of steel to their back line. So yeah, he's a great, fantastic player, good prospect.
Right then, Whitehaven 16, Oldham 10, game of the round. I fancied Oldham, you went Whitehaven, 4 out of 4 so far. And it's going to be a clean sweep as well. Whitehaven, 21 points, the first team to that 20-point barrier. It's theirs to lose now.
It is now, yeah, absolutely. This was the game, I think, that decided whether it was going to still be a bit of a fight for that top place, but I think securing this victory should see them, I think, through as champions, should do. But,
what will the party be like up there if they get the champions?
I wouldn't like to think. I don't know. But yeah, it's a massive, massive win. I think they both scored 2 tries apiece, but if they got it with the penalties and goal kicks that made the difference for Whitehaven in the end up.
I've got to say as well, last year we went up to Off-Brown Hornets Rugby and I met this lady, I can't remember her name now, the chairperson at the time of Whitehaven, and she spoke with such passion about bringing it back, getting local lads playing for Whitehaven, and the club at that time were in a really tough spot, and working obviously flying high with yourself there, that transformation has been nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, Charlo's taken over there, and he's a local coach who's done fantastic with them. He's had a massive influence on the direction that the club's going this year. Like I said, they've stripped it back to basics, got a few local lads in, and they've done really, really well. So hats off to Charlo and the lads. They're having a fantastic season.
Let's go over now to Southleeds Stadium for the feature game of the round, and that is Hunslet versus Newcastle.
Reece Dean with the ball. Takes the ball to the line. Woodburn Hall with the ball. Carries. Oh, he's too big, too strong. Great finish there from the full-back. On loan from Halifax. Mikey Lewis here with the ball. Looks in. Plays out. Ball over the top. Gill gets the ball. Short ball to Joe Brown. Joe Brown for the finish. Great finish in the corner from Brown. Fantastic finish. Switch play there from Reece Dean. Play shot. Great ball to Tonks. Tonks is over. Too big, too strong from that distance. Fantastic finish. Carlisle at dummy half. Great ball to Nick Newman. Newman shot to Clark, and he'll stroll in. Not an hand touch on him. Fantastic try. Great ball movement. Nick Newman on the ball. Short ball to Joel Edwards. Edwards short to Evan Simmons, and he'll go under the post. Another simple try. Carlisle dummy half. Gets the ball to Simmons. Simmons out the back to Mikey Lewis. Lewis shot ball to Gill. Gill score in the corner. Carlisle on the fifth and last. He'll look for the kick. He's held up short of the line. He's still wrestling. Oh, he's got the ball down and he's scored. Poor defence there from Hunslet, but he'll take that all day long. Kill Carlisle. And that's game over here at Southleeds Stadium. Hunslet 12, Newcastle 26. Fantastic.
Well, my tip for finishing top, Newcastle, staying in touch. Massive away win for them. One slip up from Whitehaven, they'll be on the same points. That's how it's looking.
Yeah, and Mikey Lewis having a massive game. He's on loan from Hull KR, playing half-back. Really, really impressive in this game, so he's got a bright future. Like I said, they've made some great signings. They're right on the hot on the heels out there. I mean, was that four wins on the top now for Newcastle? They're going to be flying this business end of the season. So, yeah, I got to agree with you. They've got to be a tip for the top.
Joe Brown as well, Jamaican Joe, getting in for another try. The man that doesn't age, Pricey.
No, we our coloured skin people age well, don't we?
Black don't crack.
So yeah, lovely looking lad.
He's a good looker. Hunslet, James Woodburn all getting over. Obviously, it must be Joel Reggie, some scored from Halifax. Obviously, scored the winning try in the Challenge Cup quarter-final against Bradford recently for Halifax, and he was over there.
Another Jamaican international.
Jamaican theme.
Are you manager of Jamaica, Simon?
Something like that. Not sure exactly. But it's an exciting time for those boys. We are saying now, Newcastle or Whitehaven. You think Oldham have just dropped out of it now?
I'm not too sure. They'll still be there and thereabouts, but I just think that the ballpark, the ball is in Whitehaven's court. I think it's for theirs to lose from here now.
I'm going to give you a stat here. I love a stat. So, League table. This is where it could get interesting.
Come on then.
If Newcastle win their games and Whitehaven lose 1 or 2, it could come down to points difference. And at the moment, Newcastle 189 point difference, Whitehaven only 113. That's like an extra point this time of year.
But it's only one game at a time, so you know you don't look ahead too far. I'm sure everybody still knows it's game on. We know the teams now. Newcastle, Whitehaven. It's Whitehaven to lose. Oldham are still going to be in it. Doncaster could come strong with Rangi coming as well. So how many games?
It's an exciting league.
It's really exciting league. Yeah, it's really exciting. Looking forward to this running.
Right, for all you gamblers out there, always gamble responsibly. He's got another 5 right, another 5 on an acca. So that's 3 5s in 5 weeks you've got. I hope you're putting a tenner on.
I haven't. I don't gamble.
Don't gamble. Right then, so let's look at the fixtures and see what the Oracle's saying. Coventry versus Hunslet.
Coventry versus Hunslet. Coventry in good form.
Yeah.
Hunslet needing the win. I think a lot of it depends on Coventry with what dual reg players they get.
Yeah.
So I think they're up and down, inconsistent. But I'm going to go with the Coventry win.
Coventry win.
I'm going to go with it.
I think
Yeah.
that'll trip you up next week. I think Hunslet will win that. I'm going to Hunslet. He's going Coventry.
I'm just going with the form books. I'm going with what the form guide suggests.
The form. He's going with the form.
Yeah.
Going with the form. Doncaster versus Whitehaven. Tough one.
Wow. Is this the return of Rangi?
If it is the return of Rangi, it's either this week or next week, but I'm going to go Whitehaven.
Okay.
Because I think that they've had 2 weeks of massive results. I think they'll come in with.
Well, rather than go with you, I'm going to go against you then.
All right.
I'll go Doncaster.
You're going Doncaster.
Yeah.
I'll go Whitehaven.
Okay.
Keighley versus West Wales.
Keighley, obviously, big win.
Yeah, Keighley, big win. Oldham versus North Wales.
I'm going to go Oldham win at home on their track.
Right, I'll go against you just for the crack.
Okay.
So I'll go North Wales Crusaders. Workington versus London.
I do really think that Workington need to get back on track, and this is the perfect opportunity. So I think Workington will win this one.
Well, these are my kind of favourite 2 teams in the league. So I'm going to go London just because you're going Workington.
Okay.
I do love Workington. So I've got a no lose here. That is the week that was and the week that is in League One. I'm Alex Simmons.
I'm Leon Price.
We'll see you back here in the Our League app next week for more League One action.